LeBron James shouldering the hopes of an entire NBA franchise. This morning, the 18-year-old set to make his NBA debut at the Pepsi Pro Summer League that happens in Orlando tonight. A preview of the King's James show is ahead.
This may be the quietest moment in LeBron James' young NBA career, but the piece will soon yield to a rousing atmosphere inside the TD Waterhouse Arena, which is sold out for a Summer League game.
I'd rather have 10,000 than 10 people, you know? So I cherish that because every time I go out on the court, I know there's going to be a lot of people, so I just had to bring my A game.
That's phenomenal, you know, and of course, when he gets on the court, it wouldn't surprise me that he does take over somewhat and let the people see what he's really about, but I'm not anticipating that. I just want to see how he'll do under some pressure.
Cavaliers coach Paul Silas plans to use the 6'8" James at point guard because it's Cleveland's most glaring need and because James seems capable.
I wanted to put the ball in his hands. He hounds it well enough to get us into an offense, but he passes so well. The little guys that get up under him, he knows how to back them down, and it's a normal mismatch when we're on offense, posting him up. So we'll continue to monitor that, but as of right now, I like what I see.
Nothing new to me. I played a lot during my high school career and, you know, during AAU season, so it's not that big of a deal.
James is expected to play about 30 minutes tonight, but Silas admits the time won't be a true measure of the rookie's abilities because he won't face the same quality of player he will during the season. In Orlando, Armando Salguero, ESPN.
They're on their feet in anticipation at the TD Waterhouse Center in Orlando, Florida for the professional debut of that man right there, LeBron James. Welcome, everybody. I'm Mike Maffei alongside Bill Raftery as the Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Orlando Magic. It is the 2003 Pepsi Pro Summer League. And, Bill, a lot of hype surrounding this young man, a lot for him to live up to, huh?
Incredible. I think how relaxed he is, a little smile on his face there. He has proven to many his ability to deal with writers, TV commentators, and yes, the people in Orlando are really excited to see him, as I am. And this is an unusual talent, can play a lot of positions. Looks like he enjoys the game, and of course that will involve others too. Brings them right along with him.
It's LeBron James and Dewan Wagner in the backcourt. The front court is Darius Miles, Carlos Boozer, and Desana Diop. Ready to tip this one off, Bill.
And it looks like LeBron is getting himself set as well. It's been a pretty exciting time for him and the Cavaliers. Of course, those adjustments should be made prior to the game, but that's something he'll pick up on. The time of the year where the strength and conditioning coach becomes an important individual.
James has it. Crowd anticipating. Throws it up. Can't get it to fall. It is saved. And James, the recipient, and wows the crowd.
And Ford with a mistake there. You just don't throw it back underneath your own basket, particularly to an individual that can elevate. Send it in. And they'll be saying that a lot in Cleveland. For LeBron. He's in the club circuit.
What a pass underneath from Miles to Mr. James.
People drove miles to see James around the rim, but here, a nice
Can't get it to fall, and the Cavaliers have it. Going the other way, their point man, James, nice dish. And it's Diop inside, converts for two in the paint.
I'll tell you, a nice little play by Japulia. Screen and lob cut.
Crowd anticipating as James has it. Showing the dribbling skills. He's guarded by Bogans. James launches. Leads to the air ball, and the crowd letting him hear it.
Well, he got stuck, really. A little difficulty that deep on the floor. Just trying to take advantage. Pick and roll, and Bogan settles. Drifting on that jumper.
Miles behind the back. Gives it to James. Are you kidding me? Taking us on a trip to the circus is Mr. James, first of many.
And they counter quickly with Britton on the other end, but this is just gorgeous basketball. How about that rearrangement? A little kiss to boot. Forward big guard ability. We saw him shoot the jumper and still attack the rim.
James, little crossover action, throws it up inside. He can't get it.
Third pick. The youngest high school at that point. Nice little slick pass here. Unable to convert, but that's his shot.
Ball's kicked around. Cleveland controls. It's Wagner. He gets it to James.
He can fill the lane. Plus, he can post up, and I think you'll see his ability around the rim if they get a mismatch.
How happy do you think the Cavaliers front office is to finally see that number 23 in white on that red background? The new uniforms for the Cavaliers this year. LeBron James finally on the court, his professional debut.
It's been a struggle. Let's face it, they have really had their difficulties. Jimmy.
Off the mark. Ball tipped around. James has it on the long rebound. He's moving it up, pulls up, and buries it. His 10th point of this first quarter for James. So coming out strong, not only scoring, but also, as we said, rebounding and passing. A great first quarter so far.
Like, it's just so relaxed, too. Here,
the second quarter of play, and there he is. Mr. James checking back into the ball game.
It looked like Steve
for potentially a last shot in the second quarter. It's James. He is guarded by Dial. Nice pick by Boozer. James around that pick. Miles for three. Not his customary shot, but hey, why not?
Getting the free range. This is just a little skirmish at the end of a tough shot by Wagner at the other end.
There's James playing the point. Gives it up, and it is DeJuan Wagner who finishes. So James could have kept it himself there. Unselfish. Gives it up. Job does tip it away there. Cavaliers run it. It's Miles. Gives it up to James. A little crossover hand switch, and no good, but a foul called, I believe.
Yes, sir. And you see the red shirts in waves, outnumbering the white shirts. Everybody filling. This was not a great organized break, but you can just see the agility, and Boozer with the discard of his own man. Played for Morgan Wooten, high school All-American. Nice pressure in the backcourt by Bogans. Caused the turnover.
And a steal by Wilson coming through.
Wow. A Ute facial.
Making James pay for the errant pass, and would not be denied on the inside. My goodness.
Look at those skinny legs. Soaring. Send it in.
Socks and all, baby.
Britone. He's got the high socks we mentioned. Got an NBA body. There's your guy, huh?
And it's 18 points for Bogans thus far, and James has it, guarded by Dial, using the size that he has. And if he plays the point, he's going to be one of the bigger point guards in all the NBA.
Mike, that's the problem. He's side-saddling coming up. That's not good. Here's a bailout pass, which the good ones usually survive with that kind of play at that next level. In this case, 2 levels above. That's a little bit better there.
Yeah, showing the handle for sure, and he's not shy. Goes inside again and draws the contact as Ousmane Cisse getting in his way, and James will head to the line for 2 more. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line in this one.
Now, that's what they say about Cisse. He's a presence. Mentioned those long arms, able to get involved a little bit on the defensive end.
James, a perfect 3 for 3 from the line.
The international language, basketball, huh?
It is indeed, and the international flavor that is
the coronation of King James. The LeBron Summer Jam Fest kicks off the tour in Orlando.
That's just, athleticism. That's a God-given talent right there. And I thank the Lord above every day for those abilities right there. I don't know how I went in either.
The bucket, 5-11 from the floor, 14 points and 7 rebounds for LeBron James. Cavs win big. What? Yeah, Cavs win big. The official numbers for LeBron, 14 points, as I said, 23 minutes. He was 5-11 from the floor, but more importantly, check out his assist-to-turnover ratio in his first pro game. While playing point, it was 2-1. LeBron, your thoughts on the effort?
I was just trying to, go with the flow. And whatever was working for us to keep doing it. And we was getting inside the Bulls and Sagana in the first quarter. And then it started opening up on the break, so we got on the break and started running, and we got up the lead, and we didn't give it back. I like the bigger stage, and my teammates like it too. They ain't get, like I keep telling y'all, my crowd was bigger than the Cavs crowds last year. So I know they loved it. Yeah, I know they loved it, and I loved it also.
I've been lifting a lot of weights. So I'm trying to get my body ready for TV. Looking at me. So I know we're gonna have a lot of TV games, so I'm trying to get my body, my muscles, and all that ready. But it's great, to have fan support. Fan support is real big.
I'm happy for my teammates, because last year they didn't get too many victories like that. So I was happy to get them a victory, at me running a point guard. So, I'm just real happy for my teammates.
Well, it wasn't the 30 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists that he averaged his senior year in high school, but LeBron James held his own. ESPN The Magazine's senior writer Rick Bucher joins us. Rick, what did you see that surprised you about this kid?
The thing that impressed me more than anything else was his poise. You would have never in a million years guessed that this was an 18-year-old kid playing against legit NBA competition for the first time. Now, keep in mind, the Cleveland Cavaliers sort of stacked the deck in his favor. He had Darius Miles, he had Carlos Boozer, he had DeJuan Wagner. He had vets out there with him, which made the game easier, particularly against a Magic team that didn't have any NBA experience on the floor. But all that said, this kid ran that team like he'd been doing it for years. I thought I was watching like a 6'8" Avery Johnson running the show. He didn't try to do too much, and I saw Kobe Bryant in his first game. He tried to show you all that he had. I didn't see that with LeBron. I saw him just playing basketball and letting the game come to him. Very, very impressive.
Talk about his actual play on the game. Did you see anything that suggests he might actually live up to the hype?
Well, certainly that composure, because the thing with the NBA that most guys don't understand is that it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you need to go out and just execute well night after night, be able to use the talent around you, and not try to beat somebody every time you touch the ball. He showed me that. He saw the floor. He is a guy who is going to make that Cleveland Cavaliers team better. Now, how much talent they have is a real question, and whether they can live up to the hype of making the playoffs or contending for a title, that I don't know. But LeBron James will make them a significantly better player. He can handle the ball. He can bring it up and brought it up against pressure, and he learned from his mistakes. Defensively, he still has some issues, but I see a very, very promising future from this kid. Not from what he did physically, but what he did with his head, and that was the question mark, and I think he answered it.
The evening started with a humbling moment for LeBron James, lugging team equipment into the arena. But when this otherwise meaningless game began, it was soon obvious that the rookie out of high school indeed belongs in the NBA.
Poised, looks like a man. They look to him. He's their leader immediately. Brilliant passer, under control, smooth, tough. Oh, I was just overwhelmed, really.
A crowd of over 15,000 came to watch James play a summer league game in Orlando. They got the show they expected and gave James energy in return.
Yeah, I like the bigger stage, you know, and my teammates like it too. You know, they ain't like I keep telling y'all, my crowds was bigger than the Cavs crowds last year. So I know they loved it.
And to see in this crowd tonight, a summer league crowd, hundreds of camera lights popping, you know, whenever we would shoot or on the free throw line. That's Michael Jordan stuff.
To have this many people out there and, you know, come to see him, you know, the whole thing has been amazing to me. It really has. But, you know, everywhere we go, it's going to be that way. So, you know, we have to deal with it.
The coming out party did have its sour moments. James committed 3 turnovers in the third quarter and was on the receiving end of a dunk by little-known Britton Johnson.
Oh, but y'all don't know, I get dunked on a lot at practice. You know, Romeo Travis dunked on me a lot at practice. So that's the thing y'all don't see. You know, it was nothing. It was just, you know, he got up higher than me. You know, it was just 2 points.
Look how much he's doing, and he had a lot, you know, better of a game than I did. I just had one little moment.
James played the second half with a wrap around his right leg covering a calf contusion. But not to worry, James said the injury wouldn't diminish his summer league playing time.